So please continue to share, like, and subscribe. We will continue with this video. Thank you. Partners, thank all of you. My name is Dr. April Simon Okube, and we are here to continue this job, this work that the Lord has called us to do. An opening statement from me. We come today to you in the name of Daughters of Truth, in the name of truth. As daughters of the land, where it is said that truth is life, Ezioku Bundu, great Igbo nation, Ezioku Bundu, truth is life. Our target, therefore, is to speak truth to our people all the time. If truth is life, it therefore means that lie is death. So please, stay away from lies, dishonesty, and propaganda. Dig and stand with verifiable truth and facts, because truth is consistent and it will preserve you. Thank you so much. Please share, share, share. Those on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate that, what you're doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sister, for that opening statement. So our topic today is separating the sacred Biafra of 1967 from the sacrilege of the rogue Biafra franchise of today. Separating the sacred, did you guys hear the word sacred Biafra of 1967 from the sacrilege of rogue Biafra Biafra franchise of today? We have heard all the news that is happening all around, but according to Samuel 2, chapter 6, verse 7, it says, "Then the Lord's anger rose against Uzzah, and God struck him dead because of error." So Uzzah died right there beside the ark of God. This story is the story of one of the most chilling stories recorded in the Bible, where a man who was trying to help, right? They don't know what is going on. Died because he failed to follow the laid down rules in dealing with a sacred object. The Biafra of 1967 meant life to the dying. It was hope to the hopeless. It was a sacred encounter. So everyone sacrificed what they could. At a time when people from the entire old Eastern region, not just Igbos, we attacked Nyamiri. We are not sure if they will be alive tomorrow or the next. Wow. And they were slaughtered mercilessly. The declaration of the sovereign state of Biafra meant everything to them. This name that people are using for criminality. Indeed, it was the only vehicle of escape to total extermination of our people. A military coup was mislabeled an evil coup. We all know that it was a case of giving a dog a bad name just to kill it. And the repeat is happening now as you watch. Again, as the whole entire Great Igbo nation, they are being equated to a gang or cult that was registered somewhere in the European country, UK, as a private company. We've all seen the documents. For the sole purpose of defrauding the entire ethnic nationalities desperate for freedom and self-determination. No one now can sit here and say they have not seen that document of that registration. Again, at a time when the remains of the late Chief Frank Opigo, who suggested the name Biafra, his body is still at the cemetery outside the land he fought for and bled for, waiting to be given a befitting burial. Some people do have the heart to do wayo, happy and way business with that sacred name that has become a pacifier for most of us. We want to tell you guys today that the name Biafra is too holy and too sacred to allow criminals to build empires of fraud around it so they can wear who knows what designer's outfit. It is therefore our collective responsibility to recover our collective quest for self-determination from these so-called criminals parading around using the name Biafra. Our vision is to build a society around the core value of excellence, merit-based positions, hard work and industries as represented in the Ahera Declaration of 1969. If we recall, Ahera Declaration was a speech made by Chukwu Emeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, where he gave a partisan account of the war and events leading up to it. He rallied Biafrans to continue the fight and set out a political philosophy that will guide Biafra from that point on. So today's show is loaded with information. Because a lot of us, unfortunately, it's embarrassing, but I'm telling you, I read that Ahera Declaration for the first time yesterday. It is what it is. But the issue here is that we're making progress and being intentional. What are you doing? For those of you that don't know what is in that document, we have it posted on our page. So please, you can go there and pull it up, or you can Google it. It usually will come up with Google. So tighten up your seatbelt so that we can begin this journey of separating sacred Biafran name from criminality of a rogue franchise. Sisters.
Thank you for that, Sister Mona, for that introduction. For our people, please, on Facebook, continue to share these messages. They're so important that our people get access to this message. And also on YouTube, please do not fail to continue to share and, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's important. So now, what led to the quest for self-determination in 1967? It was the massacre of the Easterners for close to 1 solid year. They were killing our people. After the military coup of January 1966, that was mislabeled Igbo coup, and the July 1966 counter coup. The massacre of all the Easterners began during that time. And guess what? Over 300 Eastern military officers were massacred in one night. That time, Buhari was a lieutenant then. You understand? He was a lieutenant. It was participatory in the killings of our people that time. That was why he was quick to remind us. You understand? When he was talking, he knew what he was saying. But even before Nigerian independence in 1960, Middle Belt had wanted to be free of the northern region. Midwest from the western region. Then we have the core states, the COR states, that is the Calabar, Ogoja rivers. They wanted also to be free from the eastern region. And they presented their petition at the Willings Commission in 1957. Guess what? Just listen to this day. They are so important. As we said, today's lecture is different from, all we've been. It's concise. It's going to be short and very, very concise because we wanted to pick the important notes here. So these people, these regions, they want to be separated from the core regions in 1957. This was when they went to the Willings Commission for that. But as at 1966, only the Midwest request had been granted. This means that the people of the core, when I say core, COR, Calabar, Ogoja, and Rivers states, started looking for separation from the core Igbos, even before Biafra. But when the massacre began, they upped into the vehicle of Biafra because they needed to escape together with their brothers from the killings, masterminded by the Fulanis. It was an emergency move. By January of 1967, everyone assembled at Aburi in Ghana to discuss about the returning to regional government and autonomy in order to preserve the indigenous peoples. But Gowon and Britain, they remained on the accord that they had in Aburi. They refused to abide by the agreement, and the slaughtering of our people continued. And this is exactly like what is happening today. It's exactly the same thing that is happening today. The only difference now is that everyone is being slaughtered. Then it was just the Easterners that were killed. Remember the dot in the circle. I will get there soon.
Wow.
It was the Easterners that were killed. But right now, the Westerners are being killed. The Middle Belters are being killed. Everybody is being killed in this their charade that they are putting up as governance. And it's now so obvious who the hunter is and who has been hunted or who is being hunted. The non-indigenous minority, that is the Fulanis, are the ones doing the killings. They are killing all indigenous ethnic nationalities that are the majority. Remember, we've often told you that the Fulanis are not more than 10 million. I doubt even they are even up to.
You're giving them too much numbers.
I mean, they're not even 2 digits. So they're not like probably in the 9 millions or 8 million in an entire 200 million population. But they have taken the mantle of being the majority, while we have been subjected to the minority. And that is not supposed to be the case. So in May of 1967, almost under a gunpoint, Chukwuemeka Ojukwu agreed with his people that staying in Nigeria meant death and complete extermination. Because the killings did not abate then. It hasn't even abated up till now anyways. But then it was so painful. So he said, you know what? Let's plan and agree that Biafra will be declared on the 30th of May, 1967. So in order to sabotage this move, Gowan and Britain on the 27th used divide and conquer an approach to create 12 states and maliciously divided the eastern region into 3. Rivers to block the Atlantic borders of Ndibo. Southeastern states to block the Cameroonian border of Ndibo.
Wow.
Leaving the core Igbo trapped in the center of the East Central state. You know, when they call the 360 degree, that's why Buhari could say the dot nation, that we the Igbos, we are just tiny dots in an entire circle. That's why he could say that nonsense. However, they went ahead despite what Gowon did. Remember, this was something that they wanted in 1957. They were not granted when they wanted it in 1957. Right. But because of the declaration of Biafra in 30th of May 1967, they now declared these states, allowed our brothers, the divide and conquer, allowed them to have access, to have their own states. But this did not, stop Ojukwu to go ahead and declare Biafra on that 30th. The 27th May 1967, they went ahead and declared Biafra. Nigeria mischievously granted our brothers and sisters what they have been asking for 10 years earlier.
In order to isolate us now.
Yes, in order to make us dot in the nation and dot in the circle. That was their primary objective. So they went ahead and sowed a seed of discord in between all of them, that Ndibo would eat them up. And up till today, our brothers and sisters in the riverine area still believed that nonsense, that Igbos would eat them up. This is how they created the Buhari infamous dot nation. I told you about the dot in the circle.
Right.
Also, they systematically told a lie against Ndibo and formed alliance with the Middle Belt, the West, and the world superpowers who had invested in our land. Their intention was to destroy that dot in months. But the world witnessed what they didn't bargain for. Sister, can you continue?
Yes, thank you, my sister. Please, my people, excuse my voice. So much meetings. The world experienced what they didn't bargain for. So we are proud of our people that fought in those days that we might be alive today. We are so proud of them. They were never criminals. They were honorable men and women that fought so that their people will not be annihilated. We are proud of them. We are grateful to them. And we are here as their daughters. to continue this journey, though by using different approach.